Story 1. In 5 years, if I reach a point where I no longer need to worry about food, shelter, and clothing, I would like to focus on something spiritual, something beyond the basic necessities of life. Story 2. In my vehicle, searching for a perfect vacation home while also driving across my homeland and actually exploring the United States, which is something I have always wanted to do. I'm already in a good place, so I just have to keep going up. Story 3. 5 years from now, I just hope I am not still explaining to my mom why I cannot pause an online multiplayer game. But seriously, ideally, I would like to be debt-free, thriving in a job I do not dread, and maybe, just maybe, owning a plant that has not died. Story 4. This thread will probably be full of depressing stuff, so I'll lean on the optimistic side. Hopefully by then, I will have finished the book I am writing and be a good way into the sequel. Now that I am done with college, my free time has really opened up. I just have to make myself do the work. It's difficult for me due to executive dysfunction, which is why I'm still not finished after almost 12 years of on and off work. But I am on rewriting for the first book now, so there's a good chance I can continue to make progress. Story 5. Where? Right where I am right now. I hope my older son will have graduated by then, and my younger son will study something that he loves. I hope my cats will still be around and that my wife will still love me. I want to keep being successful at my job, and I hope I will still be making music with people I like. Story 6. Ideally, I will be a college or perhaps graduate student, a successful novelist, mentally healthy, and married. Realistically, I would settle for being a college student, mentally healthy, still trying to develop a fiction career, and engaged. Story 7. I am 38 and in mechanical engineering school going for my second degree. The first one was not paying the bills, paycheck to paycheck with 2 jobs. I just hope this pays off. I have been poor all my life. I am sick and tired of it. Crying as I type this. I want a decent car that I do not have to constantly work on, and when it does break, I want the money to just take it somewhere. I want a nice little apartment that is all mine, no roommates. Right now in school, I am actually living with my mom at 38. I could not feel more like a failure. Yeah, people say good for you when I tell them I am back in school, but it always feels so condescending. I do not know, I just want to feel like I have enough. I am willing to move literally anywhere in the country. I just want to live in a big city, and it does not even have to be that big. Just somewhere with culture and things to do, and I hope a really decent makerspace is not too much to ask. I just want to feel like I am succeeding. Story 8. The answer to this question is always the same. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Here, at this very company, where I will have ascended to whatever job title is sensible relative to where I'll be in 5 years, usually the next level or 2 levels up. So if you start as a coordinator, you could say you hope to be a senior widget maker in 5 years' time with an eye on proving yourself for more management responsibilities. Story 9. If we can maintain our jobs and standard of living by then, I'll be happy. It's really hard to stay on top of inflation and the general cost of living. On a positive note, I'll have one child almost done with high school and the other going into high school. It's the end of an era taking care of young kids. I also hope to still be going to the gym and in good health. Story 10. Some great replies here. Legitimately thinking of my future, home ownership, somehow, engaging with my hobbies and with a good group of friends. Story 11. I am 17. When I am 22, I want to graduate from university with some solid work experience under my belt and a decent job off the bat. But that's fairly optimistic. Story 12. Where I hope to be and realistically don't go together. Where I hope to be isn't asking for much, but even in a realistic sense, it's not going to happen. Story 13. Filled with retirement. Running a manageable and profitable hobby-type business. Staying up later, sleeping in, and doing what I want for myself. Spending time in the woods and on the water with my puppy. Trying out my first all-inclusive vacation. I've got lots of plans, all pretty simplistic. Story 14. Retired. Spending my days working on my classic vehicles and riding my motorcycle around the neighborhood. Spending my nights dancing with some nice older ladies or sitting on my patio with a Jack and Coke in one hand and a cigar or joint in the other. Story 15. Hopefully, in a place where I am able to feel happy and mostly anxiety-free. I would like to have a good job and a home to call my own, even if it is just an apartment. A partner would be nice too, but I do not want to rush that since I am going through a breakup right now. Story 16. Sad that so many people say dead. I want to make it to 80 minimally. In 5 years, I have no clue. Alive and healthy, I am hoping. Enjoying the earth and all the beautiful things on it. Remembering my beautiful friends and pets who have crossed over into the ethereal, and hoping to not have another mental breakdown, quite honestly. Story 17. I'm kind of watching my dreams come true at the moment, which is really exciting and a little bit scary. I'm seemingly on track to make my big dreams a reality. Here's hoping. Story 18. With an electrical engineering degree and a financially stable household, I don't have to choose between gas and cigarettes. I can also buy my daughter the best head start I can give her. Don't you dare go hollow out there. Story 19. Still above ground, I hope. Anything else is negotiable. I spent my entire life working to make other people happy. Now it's time to go have some fun. Story 20. Starting a family. I just got my dream job making $120,000 a year. Now I could support a family. I think it could take a while to meet the right person though. But I hope not. I would love to be a dad and I want my kids to have a really solid mom. Story 21. Today I wish I were dead. It's all I can think about since I woke up, and all of last week too. I went to Thanksgiving, and after the visit with family, I realized how little I actually get of actual good, solid moments of love. I realized that people love themselves, not me. I realized I'm breaking my back for no one who appreciates it. The reason I'm still here is because I love my kids. Full stop. I can't stop thinking about putting a bullet in my head and how, if I did, the world would just keep spinning. My family would be beyond devastated. But right now I feel like I'm angry at them for leaving me to rot. I'm frustrated with them. Never have I felt so alone. Never have I wanted to just end it all. Story 22. On a homestead with many acres, I grew up working on my granduncle's ranch and homestead. I should have started life that way. Trying to make cities work is a mistake. Story 23. In 5 years, I think I will probably have a home and a child, considering how many we want. I was thinking 2 or 3, but I don't know. You have to make it through one first. Also, financially, I've been saving, so at that point, retirement is feasible but would not be comfortable. Story 24. Right here in my apartment, still giddy from having survived Trump's last term, still amazed that he stepped down and weepy when I think of the brand new Madam President in the Oval Office. Crossing fingers. Story 25. Secure job and settle down somewhere. I am a young environmental professional, and much of the work is seasonal and can take you all over the country. I have been to Vermont, California, Kansas, and several other states doing temporary positions. I want to be able to have something full-time that pays well. Story 26. I have retired from nursing and live between Indiana and Southeast Asia. My house will be paid off or nearly paid off. I am back in shape and working on my oil paintings. Story 27. Hopefully, I'm still hanging around. I'm 68 next year, and I have had some health issues, but time is healing me. I hope that we don't lose Social Security and Medicare from the new administration. I also hope to move closer to family. Story 28. Have a job I like, paying for my own home and having paid off my car. Preferably in good shape with a handful of cool new skills I've learned, with a girlfriend and a few pets. Story 29. With a promotion and getting paid more. Currently, I am a night patrol security guard with a small company of only 8 people. I've been with the company for 5 years now and have been doing double duty by conducting field training since the boss had a stroke and can no longer drive or do the training himself. The company is in the process of being sold to become part of a larger company. Since the soon-to-be new owners have promised that everyone will keep their jobs, there might finally be room for advancement. Story 30. If life keeps going well, working part-time with a 2-year-old in a house my husband and I own. But just because that's our plan now doesn't mean it will actually happen. We just need to see what happens over the next few years and if housing prices come down. Story 31. I want to possibly have my first child, no debt with my house set up exactly how I want, and to still be happily married. I think that is all I could ask for. Story 32. Touching around 800,000 in net worth. I would say my first million, but that would take a little more work and a whole lot of luck. As far as life as a whole, doing all the things I do now, just better versions of it. I love my place, car, clothes, social circle, hobbies, and so on. That being said, I would take securing my current lifestyle over upgrading it in a heartbeat. Story 33. A job where I save without dipping into it. Married to my best friend with a kid. This keeps me going honestly because I had some bad news today and I need to remind myself I have this to look forward to. I have to keep going. Story 34. Financially stable with my own lover, pet, home, hobbies, friend group, and better mental health. Bare minimum stuff, but I did not have any of this much growing up. So, I see myself living a successful, to me, life. It will be hard, but I have always made it through. Story 35. In 5 years, I hope to be successfully managing my application, enjoying steady user growth, and seeing the positive impact it has on people's daily lives. I would love to still be stationed in Japan, hiring passionate individuals to join my team, and finally paying off the debt and loans I took on to self-fund this journey. It has been a challenging but rewarding experience, and I cannot wait to see how it evolves. What is your realistic vision for 5 years from now? Story 36. 5 years employed, just got hired after 1 year unemployed, and happy. If I could manage being happy and taking care of my family without being employed, that would be better, but you did say realistically. Story 37. Being happy, healthy, wealthy, and full of love with low amounts of stress and loads of free time. Is it realistic? If I take the proper steps and create a conducive mindset, absolutely. Story 38. I suffered from severe epilepsy from 2018 to 2021. This year, I decided to make the most of the second chance at life, so I'm back in school getting my grade 12, and I plan on entering an engineering program next year. So hopefully, 5 years from now, I'll be graduating and making my late father proud. It's never too late, folks. I'm only 26, but I honestly didn't think I'd have another chance at this when I was having multiple attacks a day. As long as I am seizure-free, I'm not too worried about the future anymore. Story 39. Getting paid above the poverty line wages for a job I not only tolerate but love. Hopefully, this means my YouTube channel gets popular because right now it's slow going on the monetization front, my friends. Story 40. Living in a nicer home in a nicer neighborhood. Where we are now is fine, but we are hoping not to have to settle for fine. I would like to see our net worth double before we make that move, though. Story 41. Out of the hole. The past 5 years have been disaster after disaster and I'm wiped. Just in 2024, I got a driving under the influence charge in January. I had 2 drinks. Spent $8,500 on a lawyer to get it pleaded down to reckless driving, which isn't a felony, which he did. And 8 months later, 2 hurricanes hit my state in 2 weeks. My car is totaled, and the helpful insurance guy I spoke to when I got my financial responsibility insurance certificate. Additional insurance you pay when you get a major traffic infraction like reckless driving, told me that the policy he approved me for is comprehensive and includes liability. I asked the man if I still need my old policy. He says no, and I cancel it. Fast forward 2 months. My car is totaled in a flood, and now I have no insurance. The Federal Emergency Management Agency says they can't provide assistance to anyone whose losses are insured. The Federal Emergency Management Agency also told me they only provide assistance for car damage to people who already have insurance. So now, I'm on probation. My car is totaled with no insurance and a $14,000 loan still to be paid. I'm taking Uber to get to work, and I still have $1,300 in court fees and 40 more hours of community service to complete before July. In 5 years, I better be in a nicer living situation, sober, in better shape, with a big savings account built up. We can make these changes. We can have the goals we set if we stay focused. I hope you all get what you want. Story 42. These days, I just hope to be alive. I was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer this year, at the age of 35. Before my diagnosis, I was hoping to have something good going with someone in a committed relationship. I wanted to maybe own a place. I wanted to be in a good spot with my career. I wanted to be further along with my hobbies, particularly guitar activities. Anyway, I hope I can still have at least a little bit of those things, but mostly I just hope I'm alive. Story 43. Hopefully still alive with my partner in a home and not renting. I'm satisfied with my current job and lifestyle. Just hope to keep that or something similar. There are plenty of hobbies I'd like to get back into. Best of luck to those of you battling cancer, seriously. Story 44. Alive. I had my first heart attack this year. Not a pleasant experience, but thanks to modern medical technology, I got to see my own beating heart working away while still in my chest. Beats the old-fashioned Aztec way of showing a person their own heart. Laugh out loud. Story 45. A stable job, a healthy and active routine, friends that I can count on and laugh with, and last but not least, having my significant other whom I would love dearly by my side. Story 46. I had cancer twice in 4 years, so I hope to be alive for another 5 without any medical issues. At this point, I'm just happy to be alive, and I'm not making life plans or being sad when I don't hit certain goals. Things happen and will derail you, so make sure you're able to pick yourself up when you fail and keep moving on.